We get a rare opportunity to cook with Ant-Man this Coliseum. He's one of the OG Ebony Maw counters, and he's cracked for this fight, even at rank 2. What does Ant-Man do? Well, he's buff immune, and anytime he would gain a buff, he instead gains a Pim particle. And this is his main mechanic, it's that green icon up there. And he uses these Pim particles to refresh his fatigue, poison, and power sting debuffs, either by punishing heavy attacks or intercepting the opponent. So right here, I'm going to bait a heavy attack. I use a Pim particle to refresh my fatigues. Each SP1, you gain 3 Pim particles and inflict 4 fatigues, capping out at 12. And you use these in your SP2 to get those fat poisons. Your Pim particles give you a ton of attack rating. It's really like a crazy amount. And then his fatigues convert to poisons that deal a ton of damage, and you can pause them and refresh them for the entire fight. When Ant-Man throws a special attack like I just did, you inflict an unsteady debuff. This is how you glance all those hits, and while unsteady is active, you cannot miss the opponent, so this helps you deal with the falter. It does go on cooldown for 15 seconds though, you can see the timer. So yeah, I have 12 fatigues, 9 Pim particles. I'm going to get to my SP2, I want to bait a special attack before I throw it. So yeah, I refresh, bait the SP2, now I have 9 Pim particles. And right here, here's a neat thing. Even though I was faltered, my unsteady activates before the hit of my special attack, and this allows me to bypass miss and not worry about the falter. So now, the fatigues are going to turn into poisons, and they tick for 6.8k. This is a ridiculous amount of damage for a rank 2 champion, especially considering you can pause these and refresh them for the entire fight. So this is one way of playing the fight where you don't worry about persuasion at all. Just to take a look, Ebony Maw has the focus timer that we're all familiar with, and if we knock him down, it goes on cooldown for 7 seconds. Doubled if they're suffering from a non-damaging debuff. So Ant-Man's fatigues help you double this timer, and you can keep Ebony Maw out of persuasion the entire fight if you want to play the fight like that. It is a little bit more neurotic, but if you're just trying to chill and have a good time with those poisons, you can just do what I'm doing here, where I'm just using the Black Tongue falters for free willpower healing. So yeah, I'm gonna fast forward the rest of this fight, and I'll see you for the second way to take Ebony Maw. So in this fight, I'm going to showcase how you can manage the focus timer What you want to do is get to your SP1 and then heavy once you have those fatigue debuffs up, because you'll get the extended focus cooldown. So I have my fatigue, I'm going to beta heavy. I got the dex on the first hit, so I have 4 pin particles now. I'm going to heavy punish, and you can see all 4 of the pin particles were consumed, because when Ant-Man has 3 or more pin particles, landing a heavy attack places a power sting, and this power sting scales for each debuff on the opponent. So if you're fully ramped up with 12 fatigues, 12 poisons, and unsteady, that's 25 debuffs. That'll ramp up your power sting by a ton, but it's still nowhere near as much damage as the poison. It's just a good side damage source. So 3 of the pin particles went to the power sting, and then the last pin particle went to refreshing the fatigue debuffs. And then because I'm heavying, I'm able to get the knockdown and reset focus. So it's a nice interaction where the heavy punish helps you do 2 of the things that you want to do at the same time, like a 2 birds with 1 stone type of deal. So yeah, fast forwarding a little bit, I do the same rotation I showed in the first fight, and now my Ant-Man that's rank 3 is ticking for 8k. And this was a SP2 with only 8 pin particles, so I'm missing out on damage. I could have even more right now. And right here, I took advantage of dexing if I showcase a little bit, my debuffs are about to expire, so I dex to pause them for 3 seconds from my SIG ability, and then I'm able to get some more time to beta heavy. Make sure to dex that hit of the heavy. If you dodge too early, then you won't get the dex, and you really want that pin particle and the pause, especially if your debuffs are about to expire. So I'm able to get the dex from the heavy to pause my debuffs, and then I can punish to refresh them. So yeah, you're going to want to do that a lot. And then skipping even further ahead, one of the biggest things in this fight is managing the pinpoints. Some problems with the pinpoints is this timer can be pretty annoying. If you throw a special attack during the timer, like if you throw a special attack at the as soon as the timer starts and your special attack moves you super far away from where you originally were, that pinpoint will take into account your current position. So you don't want to do something that's going to move you super far away from where you currently are, or else you won't be able to get back to that pinpoint. For example, the reason I end up dying in this fight is because I activate my striker while that cooldown is occurring, and it calculates the pinpoint based on your position before the striker, not after. So you can get pretty screwed if you do that. So once you get to this stage, like 11 bars, 12 bars, hold on to your striker, don't use it, and just try to stay in the same location. Because if you do anything drastic, like throw a special attack, even like if the pinpoint is established, like if the timer resets and there's a pinpoint and you SP3, sometimes with Captain Britain, I would move to a completely different side of the screen, and then I don't have enough time to get to the pinpoint. So you want to play really careful, stay in one location, preferably all the way on this right corner with Ebony Maw against the wall, so that the pinpoints are right behind you. That's really the best way to manage this. But yeah, as long as you're standing in one place most of the time, you'll be good to go. And Ant-Man works out well for this because you don't need to throw any more special attacks. He's just baiting heavies, standing in one place. I just unfortunately threw my striker, not understanding this interaction very well. So yeah, save your runs. Don't don't throw big special attacks. Don't throw your SP3, because if you move too far away from the pinpoint, you can get screwed. So yeah, right here, I messed up. Gonna fall asleep, take a bunch of hits, and I'll fast forward the rest. Ant-Man is a really fun champion. I hope you try this fight. It's one of the most fun options for this Ebony Maw boss. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.